My name is Lawal Oladele Khalif, and I am a photographer and visual storyteller. I'll say mental health means, being happy with yourself, being in touch with your emotions, being in touch with your expressions and your feelings, how we react to certain things, how we react to certain emotions. And like we say in this day and age as, Gen Z or millennials, good vibes, being happy with yourself, being happy with the people around you, understanding them, understanding yourself, and understanding emotions. I'll also say mental health is, to me, is, being able to react to positive and negative emotions with a good or a sufficient IQ or an EQ. I say nature has impacted my art in various ways. For example, the environment I find myself in, we're currently struggling with plastic pollution, and I find that very, very, very scary in the sense that if we don't do something about it right now, it'll get to a stage where, we'll get drowned by plastic, and, it's currently degrading, the sea, the oceans, land. Plastic doesn't degrade so fast, so that's killing plants and it's killing nature as well. So I'd say that has been one of my, encouragements. Nature has encouraged me to talk about plastic pollution. I would say my art affects nature in the sense that it brings awareness, which is very, very important. It brings awareness. Photography travels far and wide without, telling so much stories. Photos travel far and wide without, speaking too much. So I try as much as possible to incorporate, messages in my photography. So I would say my photographs have impacted by bringing awareness to plastic pollution and, sounding an alarm that if we don't act now, we'll be in trouble in years to come. I would say my art impacts people and the environment in the sense that I try to create pieces or create photographs that can, encourage people to speak out in case they are having like mental breakdowns such as anxiety, depression, and PTSD. They need to, these are things that we don't take serious here in Africa and in Nigeria. So, I try as much as possible to touch those areas so that people can understand and they can know that they're not alone in this struggle and that it is important to speak to somebody or to just speak out, basically. So I would say photography, which is my art, can be used as a tool to ensure mental health in a positive way because, there's the psychology of colors. There's also the psychology of how, people read things. When people see things that they go through or they are going through, they kind of feel this emotional connection to it. They understand or they feel that people are with them. They are not alone. So I try as much as possible to incorporate that in my images just to let people know that, look, you're not going through this alone. You're not isolated in this problem alone. And that, we're all in this together. So this project, which I did during the pandemic, was solely focused on anxiety and depression. A lot of us were home, a lot of us were experiencing something we've never experienced for the first time. And it was a bit too much because we live in a city that is very fast paced. People move around a lot, people walk around a lot, the struggle, the bustle here and there. So stopping them abruptly was a change, was a reality check. And slowing them down was also a reality check. And keeping them confined in a specific environment in their own homes felt like you were putting them in a involuntary prison. So I created these pieces, or I created these photographs just to show that, everything is fine, we're okay. And if you're dealing with something, if you're dealing with anxiety, if you're dealing with depression, if you're dealing with PTSD, take a breather, take it easy, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, have conversations with them. And if you don't have any friends or family that you can talk about these things with, I was also suggesting that you could reach out to a psychologist. I mean, they keep our secrets. So that was what this, project was about.